Hello everybody, the Lord Root here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play OpenTTD. So we've got a few things that we have to solve here that largely have to do with our trains and efficiency. You'll notice that we keep on going around in circles here, and that is not so good for us. And there's some ways around this, but we have to really be thinking about what it is that we're doing. So let's begin in some way by thinking of putting up these cloverleaf junctions here so that this guy can get back on the tracks. We could do that by having this guy reverse. And when we do this, we will find that we now have a couple of things here to worry about. The first being that we need to raise up our bridges here. Or not our bridges, but our land, rather. And so, we'll just put a bridge across here. And maybe one across here as well. And the basic idea is that in order to get on this side, we need to set up this cloverleaf bridge here. And that will allow our dudes here to move about freely. Now we got some things we got to worry about when we're working on this. Like for instance, we have this guy right here that will get us switched around, and that will be excellent for us. At the moment, at least. But we at least need to get this one half of the cloverleaf done so that we can get this guy switched over here. Let's get this guy to turn around. We can at least do that and end up in the proper way. While I'm at it, we need to take this guy out here. And I'm thinking it might be better to put this signal down here so that this guy can make the turn. Now we are going in the wrong direction at the moment, and that could be a bit of a problem if it were not for the fact that we did not put this junction here. We are traveling the wrong way, of course. This should help us, hopefully. We are now going the right way. And our cloverleaf is more or less done here. We just need to expand this guy out. And get ourselves signals going here. And let's expand this guy as well. This isn't the only crisis we'll have to mitigate. As it stands right now, we are presently in this situation to where, I mean, we're okay so far. If we take out this cloverleaf here, and we move on over here, like so, then we will be going in the right direction. And we can also get another bridge over here that we can turn ourselves around. You get rather good at these things when you've built them for long enough. Now, of course, we have signaling that we have to worry about as well, but before we do that, we now have another issue that I want to take care of, which is the fact that presently it is not possible for us to make this turnaround here. And instead of doing the traditional cloverleaf deal here, I'm actually going to put in a thing here that will allow us to get rid of this guy here. And this should let us turn around just fine. Get this guy signaled up here. And voila. We're in a better situation than we were, at least. And likewise, we need to do something similar over here because we have a logging truck that we have to get going. Now, I've decided for the most part that what we're going to do here is we will. Well, it looks like we're okay on this. We just need to turn ourselves around. And that is maybe an easier thing that's said than done, but we do have signals over these bridges, or the ability to put signals rather. And that's going to be helpful for us. Additionally, we can put a junction here as well that will allow us to turn on to this. So not your traditional cloverleaf design. But okay. And now we are able, with some amount of profit at least, to pay off some of these loans. I'm going to leave about 30 grand in the bank right now because we're now at the point to where we will probably want to work on this deal right here. I'm going to probably here put I'm going to put a station that will allow us oops, wrong way. I'm going to put a depot up here that we can repair with. And I think we will take this time, even though these turns are actually probably a pretty good place to do this. The the problem is, of course, that we need something kind of like that there to be able to make this turn. Or do we? No, I think we got it right. Maybe, I have to think about the direction in which we're traveling. Yeah, that was the improper way that I did it there. But there we go. We are now able, hopefully, to fix this issue without any major deadlocks. This, however, could be a bit of a problem. You see, right now, there's just simply no place for anybody to turn around. Now we'll start building up here. But before too long, you can see our oil refineries are coming up. And that's something we're going to want to worry or fix before too long. I'm just going to get this guy a little bit straightened out. So one good thing we know about, at least here, is we know about these these hairpin loops that we can do. Now we have to be quite careful here. I think this guy is just a little bit off, and we just really right now want a place which we can turn around at. And where we can put a signal. And train 5, as it would seem, is lost. And I think we're, aside from the fact that this guy is effectively backwards, we're gonna make this the end of the line. It'll slow things down, but it'll give us a place to turn around at. And you can see we actually do appear, oh no, we got things the right way around, it looks like. We can always change this later, but we always want it out here. Okay, we need to make haste here because we now have a couple of new vehicles we need to make. We have this U-37 diesel, which has reliability of 79%. That's compared to our Genzu. This has a lot more horsepower, which may be useful to us. And we will create a wood car. We will full load over here. And might as well bring this to the station. And by doing this, we are now in the situation to where for better or for worse, we're now sort of stuck this way. What else do we want to do? Well, I think it would be good personally if we were able to get another train going. A diesel is becoming more reliable, it seems, so I'm going to use that, and we will get... Oh, we have that one steel car going, so why don't we get, maybe a goods car that will go between here. We're gonna full load, we go to Kedborough North, and I think we will get a fair amount of stuff back here. If we go to this guy here and unload our goods, so we'll just lie in wait here. We're still loading up. and so that could be a bit of an issue. However, one thing that would be rather good for us here, as we shall see, is growing these towns. But before I do that, I think it would be good simply for us to maybe look at what we've got here. We have something of a junction here. That would be very helpful to us. And we also have a passenger train. Let's see, is this station... The station is doing okay. We're still very poor. We might be able to fit in some other things up here to grow that town. But I'm thinking we are better off lowering or leveling this guy off, and then if we go over here to our other city, we will do this guy here. We'll buy the land along here so that nobody's tempted to use it. We're doing pretty good so far. I'm going to go here to Treddingham Central. And let me just get rid of this guy. Goods will be on the way soon. I want to build some airports. If we can get away with leveling this land, which we will have to do up here. This is altogether quite an expensive thing that we're doing. But it'll be worth it, because this is kind of far off. And this place here is kind of far off as well. And what I'm going to do is I am going to make this place our transport superstation. So we're going to have this connection here. And we'll have a place where we can drop off goods as well. Maybe before too long, I think we can haul valuables right now. Now, of course, we have this bottleneck that we must take care of here. And the reason for this seems to be that this guy is trapped. So let's get this guy here taken care of before this becomes too much of an issue, because everybody is backed up now and is waiting. And unfortunately, nobody can move forward. I think it may be worth our while to remove that signal there so that that bottleneck does not happen. And there we go. Kedborough is still doing okay. let's see if this is 80 tons of wood here. Now, one thing we're going to need to look at eventually is we look at the depots here. There needs to be a way for us to upgrade these, and I will have to look that up. Incidentally, some of y'all may be wondering what's happening to my KSP series. And that KSP series is still doing its thing. I've just haven't really had the time to record it. So very good. Can we get passengers going between this guy and this guy? That would be ideal. Because I do want to be able to hook into this junction up here. That will get us... It won't make this network complete, and by complete I mean, you know, fully connected. But it will give us the ability to come back in here and deal with some things that we really do need to deal with. For instance, I really do feel as though I want to raise this land. A reason being because, oops, seems like I wasted some money there. The reason for this is actually quite simple. We have a number of things here which, okay, yeah, we'll just leave that in for now before we do that turn. We actually have a lot we need to do here to make this guy more likely to succeed. Now there is a problem here, by the way. Let me just go to the vehicle depot. We need something or other. We need to add to this route this guy. And if we could share orders easily, I would. Get this loop going here. Now we have more than enough money to do this. We need to get passengers traveling between this area, and so we need to create some aircraft. Now we have to choose between reliability. Oh, I guess I already made the choice, didn't I? We'll just go here and up to this town up here. This will help us grow quite a bit and get some money out of that. It's not going to be the best thing we could do, but over time it will work. I think maybe if it's road construction. Is there no way to do vehicle upgrades from here? Oh well, we now have coal that we have to worry about for now. Non-ham is growing ever so slightly here. That's our goods car, I think. How are we lost? We are somehow lost. Speaking of which, how is our loading doing? We are still doing a full load on our cargo. No iron ore production yet, unfortunately. Now that's very interesting. This is on the way here. Well, I'm going to do something kind of expensive here. I'm going to build into this guy like so. And now we will build ourselves a rather large station. And the reason for this is quite simple, because when we build our station like this, we will have a number of things we can do here. Now, I've accidentally built this on the wrong side. If you hold down Control, like I failed to do here, then you can, oops, wrong way. But if you hold down Control while you're building a station, it turns out that what you can do is you can annex the station without these guys having to be so close to each other. We'll just build over this real quick. And we have iron that we can build to as well. Let me just put the end of the terminus station here. And for now, this will be the end of the line. What I just did is very expensive, by the way, because I just destroyed a river. Oops. And we have another train jam that we'll have to take care of. Oh, let's borrow some cash for now until we get out of this. Let's get this guy on its way. It's become quite clear to me that this way here is not going to be the best way to do this. Because we just simply have too much in the way of traffic problems. These guys will get stopped here. And thinking that they can get in. We'll move around here like that. We're not too thrilled with that prospect. Not in the slightest. Let's go here and let's try not to screw this up so badly this time. We're still making a fair amount of money, which is okay in my book. So main line will end here. And we don't have to worry about going too far into the town. We're back up to speed with our cash. We'll just turn around here. Maybe get a passenger train going. And we will now do something quite sinful. We will get this guy to travel a fair distance. Now, where are we trapped? Let's go here and figure out. Oh, we're lost because we took out some of the signals. I see what I did here. Incidentally, this is a bit of a problem. Okay, they are no longer accepting goods for some reason or another, which is a bit of a minor setback for us. Let's see if we can cut through this farmland without too much incidents here. It's kind of difficult for us to see which way this is headed. No, that's... Oh, we have a new airplane. Not that it's doing us much good right now. We're not making as much in the way of cash here. There we go. Our turnaround is complete. And though it won't be the most efficient thing for us to do, we can make this connection here that will allow us to merge back into our main line. Very handy, if I do say so myself. We can't build down this slope, unfortunately, and I think it's just a matter of leveling this guy out. If we do that, then we should be almost completely connected here. And we just have to get a passenger train going. So we're back to borrowing money again. Although, you know, we really don't have to. We can possibly get this taken care of up here. this oil rig here will need some doing. Well, let's at least for now get something going, because we want this guy here to come over like that. Now I'm going to create a passenger train that'll at least fulfill our it'll fulfill our quota for passengers. Grab a little bit of mail here, but we don't need too much in the way of mail cars. And let's go from here to, I don't know, maybe to this guy here for now. We'll get that guy, getting us in this town's good graces again. Now, unfortunately, when we're getting from point A to point B, this will be a bit of an issue for us. We want to make sure that whatever it is we do not back up on this line here. And even though it's not possible to really go anywhere else, let's put down some signals. We do have quite the distance to travel with this guy here. Except it might help to get my signals going in the correct direction. Let's see, this guy is lost, unfortunately. You can't go that way. That way is forbidden. Well, at least to sort itself out. They'll accept goods soon, I know it. And actually, let's convert these to regular signals. Because this guy's going to want to go in here. Like that. Another bottleneck we are likely to run into here, one that is particularly disastrous for us, is this guy. Okay, well that's better. We may wish at some point, I think our goods train, is this a, we carry goods. Oh, we got all of these things here. And train 3 is somehow lost. This isn't looking too terribly good for us. I mean, we'll get out of it. But, BW Macintosh, it would seem. Let's not go for the train depot. Let's, well, I guess I already said it. I'm going to pause the game real quick and figure out how it is that we set these guys to auto repair. Okay, so I believe I've figured this out. We go to the manage list and we can replace these vehicles here. Why won't it let me auto replace? Is there really a, there's something here. I'm going to be back again. Okay, what we can do, I think, is we can go down here to maybe there's an option here called auto renew maintenance. New orders are non-stop by default. Warn if a vehicle's income is negative. Auto renew has to be somewhere around here. Prefer team chat. This is maybe a feature that I don't have in this version because I haven't upgraded it. Review vehicles orders of all vehicles, max trains per company. Vehicles maintenance, vehicle breakdowns. We could turn off the breakdowns if we wanted to, but I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go to these guys here and simply find the ones that are quite old. But what we can do is we can replace our steam trains. We go to replace vehicles. We'll replace the Ginzu with this guy here. We'll replace vehicles as they get old to make things a little bit more easy for us. Okay. How old is this guy? Reliability is still 91%. Let's continue getting this guy here. There's really no way for us to turn in this instance. But we're back to where we were. So I'm going to consider this a boon. And we'll get some more wood going. Now I think we will want to go out here and begin getting this guy wired up. Although there are oil rigs here that I really do want to take care of. As these guys continue to age. And we will very shortly get on this path of getting our vehicles renewed here. And we really only have to go one way to get back on the tracks here. But I think this cloverleaf design is going to have to do for now. Unless we want Geffenberg to do something for us. And we may get Geffenberg to do its thing. Oh, let's get this cloverleaf design going. And there we go. We can turn around at will. And maybe connect these guys up as well. And it would appear that somebody is texting me on Facebook. I'll just ignore that for now. There we go. We are now looped around again. And that will have to do for now. It's not the best thing we've ever done. I think we will definitely need some kind of deal going on here. And let's figure out what's going on here. I think this is down at the station. Let's just reverse so this guy can get out. And this guy will turn around just a little bit. Maybe not the best design for what we have in mind. Let's see if they'll let us build our thing yet. Local authority still refuses to allow us to do that. Let's go here and maybe get us hooked in to this guy up here so that, I mean, in reality, the thing that sort of sucks about this is the fact that we presently have no way back in. But that's about to change. And all we have to do right now is get these guys going back over here. And of course I screwed this up just a little bit. Let's get rid of these tracks here. Well, despite the fact that we're outdated now, we're actually doing a pretty good job here. There's really no way that we can get ourselves into any accidents as it stands right now. And this guy will soon be okay. What has happened here? We're trapped. That is rather unfortunate. Something, of course, that we can get around if we so choose. And so it's just a matter, really, of so choosing. Okay, there we go. We're at least at this point now to where we should be able to do something with this guy here. Profits are unfortunately down because of all of these issues we've been having. Now, have we actually made any deliveries? Because I am eager to get this bus station down. It would seem not. Let's go to our trains real quick and see if we can't at least do something to remedy that situation we have. This guy here, the we'll delete the Deddingworth Valley here. And I am going to go after this to the woods up here. There we go. We should be well on our way now to making some kind of money. And you know what? We'll go to the depot here and clone this train. But we'll give it somewhat different orders. We'll just take out Nodham completely. Hopefully that will improve our service quite a bit. At least to the point to where our service is poor now. That may mean that the authorities will allow us to place stuff. It will allow us to place our things here. Really what I'd like to do is get these guys improved here. I mean, we're being serviced okay. I think if we do the ratings long enough, we will be able to build more. And that will pretty much be it. It does sort of put a wrench, or a damper rather, on some of my plans. However, given that we got these two oil rigs here, we may actually, I do want to check something because this guy spawned out here. There's just no refinery. And let's, I'm going to take this U-37 diesel here, and I'm going to get these guys going here so this town will grow just a little bit. I mean, it should be growing alright already. But we have passenger cars here, actually. And you know what, actually, the better thing to do, probably, is to make another wood car. That will be what we'll do. We'll go here, we'll full load. We won't delete that order. And then we'll go over here. Are we still... We're not getting any production, it would seem. There are good crates here at least, and that will be helpful. But at this point, I think we should consider the fact that maybe this isn't going quite as planned. We'll do a roll-on, roll-off station here, though. That will at least allow us to improve our income a little bit. May get some more iron going. I mean, we're doing okay in terms of money. I think we could do better. But if we keep in mind that these guys here won't be able to move forward any, and we have the bridge. And we're about to do something real expensive here. If we keep this in mind, we'll be okay. And that will let us do our thing here, because we have lots of things that we'd like to do. Oops. One of them being that we want to get more goods produced, because we have raw materials. They're not really, the coal is only cutting it so much. And this is beginning to irritate me just a little bit. Why can we not remove that? There we go. Let's at least get our steel going there. And let's get, what do we have? This U-37. We're getting that as well. Just put some iron ore hoppers on here. And we will go to the steel mill. If we look at this guy in the depot here, we can accommodate that fairly well. Let's see, full load any cargo. And then we'll go to the steel mill down here. And clone both of these. I think we'll be able to avoid any accidents if we do something. I'm trying to figure out which way is the way to do this. I think this will be the way. Okay, I think here is a reasonably good place to stop. Aside from doing things like maybe getting, if our ratings are good enough, I think we can at least set down some stuff. Maybe we have to bribe the mayor, which I've read you can do. I just didn't really think this one through well, because as it turns out, we have to go quite a long way to get down here. Maybe there will be another town we can get to. Oh, but before we do get going, Well, we'll leave that for next time, I think. Right now we're doing enough, I think. Until then, this has been Thy Lord Root, and I will see you later.